day, everyone. My name is TolaMakinde, and we're here live today discussing with my guest, my friend and sister, Sade Olusinde. And our topic really has been a series we've been having. This is the sixth episode of the series. My child has Down syndrome. So what? So I'm here today to have a conversation with a parent. Like I said, she's my sister. I love her so much. She's a mother to a 13-year-old beautiful model, Nigerian model with Down syndrome. Welcome, Sade. We're live now.
Thank you, TM, for having me. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for having me.
Good to have you here. Can you just tell us a bit about yourself?
My name is Folashade Olusinde. I am a wife. I am a mother. I'm an advocate for children living with Down syndrome because I'm a mother of one, Mayowa Olusinde, living with Down syndrome. I'm so compassionate about children living with Down syndrome because they don't have a voice. So anywhere I see people talking for these children, I'm always excited. I always want to be an advocate because I know they don't have a voice. We parents have to come together and be a parent to them. So I'm like an advocate. If I'm an advocate, I can say I'm an advocate of children living with Down syndrome. I work in More Rainbow as the center manager. Thank you.
Amazing, amazing. Wow. So we all know what's been happening in the past few days in Nigeria, and it's been heart-wrenching to say the least. We've seen people killing, people being killed for, protesting, for lending their voices to a good cause, for their human rights. And it's so sad that, when I think about those things that have been happening this past few days, it really breaks my heart. When I think about our kids, our own kids with disabilities, I imagine that they can't even fight for themselves. They can't even, you saw all the looting taking place. They can't even, get up to maybe join into struggle or fight for themselves. And that is why we need to continue to be their microphones. And it's so amazing how, we've been doing this for the past number of years, and I just want you to tell us a little bit about your daughter.
Thank you very much. I must tell you that this NSAS thing has really opened my eyes and opened majority of people's eyes to what is happening in the society, especially with our politicians. I don't know, they're so greedy. They don't even think of the masses. First of all, I must commensurate with people that lost their families. Such a sad thing.
Very
But
sad.
to go to your question, at this era, all of us now, we have to speak out. This is Sorosoke era. So everybody is speaking out, the youth are coming out to speak out, fight for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the mothers, we mothers too, of children living with Down syndrome, not only children with Down syndrome, challenge children. I think it's high time for all of us to come together and speak out our voice too, loud and clear, for the society to know what is happening about our children. Imagine when they were going out there to loot. Can your own child or my own child go out to loot with them? No, it's not possible because they don't have the will, they don't have the ability. Imagine the children on wheelchair, those who are bedridden, those who are in the hospital, can go out to fight for their rights. No. So that is why we parents have to be their Sorosoke, their voice, their microphone. We have to speak out for the whole world to hear, especially the Nigeria government, to say that these children too are among the society. And whatever is good for the goose must be good for the gender. So we have to fight for them too. Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you well. I hear you loud. I hear you clear. And I hear that, you know, I hear that a lot of our kids even they feel neglected, they feel marginalized, they feel stigmatized on a good day. We don't even pray. We don't pray for war in Nigeria. Forbid, we don't pray for it. We pray for things to turn around. And as things are turning around, we also pray that our kids will not be left behind. Persons with disabilities won't be left behind. Today we're talking about Down syndrome, and I have with me here Shade Olusinde, a parent advocate, sharing a story with us here. And I want you to tell me a little bit about your daughter.
Thank you. Maya Oluside was born on the 10th of October 2007. I remember a pregnancy was just a normal pregnancy. I never had any problem with the pregnancy. I think until like 8 months, when she was 8 months plus, going to 9 months, I went for normal antenatal that day. And after the nurse that day, after checking me, she pressed my stomach. I said, Madam, have you gone for um scan before? I said, yes, I've had like 3, 4 scans. I've had different ones. I said, okay, please, can you go for this special one? And she put presentation. I should go and do scan. So I went to the ultrasound. I went to the lab to do the scan. On getting there, that was when the doctor told me, oh, madam, this baby is breech. She's sitting right there. Instead of her head to be done. It was like, wow. I was so shocked. Well, she's my third child. The 2 previous ones I've had, there was nothing like that. I was so scared. I burst into crying. I started laughing, crying, and everything. So I had to put a call to my husband. I said, where are you? Come straight home. He said, what happened? I said, this is the news they told me. So I was asking the doctor, am I going to do, or am I going for CS, cesarean section and everything? He said, no problem. So the following week, I went to hospital to see the doctor. And the doctor was like, Madam, we're going to operate you. You're going to go for like CS and everything. I said, no problem. So we had already bought the blood. We're ready. On the day of the delivery, the doctor that was going to take my delivery was nowhere to find. I was so
Wow.
much in pain. There was no doctor. So my husband was with me. He had to go in. It was a general hospital. He had to go in, call the doctor, the nurses.
Sorry,
My wife is in.
say there
Can
was
you
no
please come attend to her?
did you say there was no
Ma?
doctor on the day of
There
delivery?
was no doctor. The doctor that was meant to take my delivery was nowhere to be found. He
Oh
walked
my
away. I was so much in pain, the blood, the water, everything was just coming at the same time. The nurses were not ready to attend to me. Each time my husband goes there to call in, they're like, oh, Mr. Man, please take it easy. The nurses are not in the best position to take delivery. So we have to wait for the doctor.
oh my
And for
goodness.
hours, I was so much in pain. My husband was scared. The doctor was nowhere to be found. So I think there was a female doctor. She was about closing for the day. My husband had to go and approach her, sorry. He said, Madam, please, my wife has been in labor since 11 p.m. yesterday, and this is 5 p.m. And she's about to leave and there's no photo. Please, can you please attend to her? And the woman was like, oh, Mr. Man, I'm so sorry, please. My home baby is also in crèche. I have to rush home. My husband said, please, I beg you in the name of God. This woman is so much pain. This is her third one, and I've never seen her like this. I don't want anything to go wrong. Please, I beg you. So she took pity as a woman. She came back to take the delivery. Everything was okay. I was able to give birth. They said because the child was, I think she was 3.3, and I've had a child that was 3.6 before. So she was able to deliver me normal and everything. The pain was so much, but I was able to bear it. So she brought the baby. The baby came out. Everything was okay. Believe me, immediately I delivered, the doctor that was supposed to take my delivery just walked in immediately. And the
Can you
woman was
imagine?
like, oh, I'm telling you, just like that. And the female was doctor, oh, thank God he's here. I think I can go home now. So let him take over. Believe me, the doctor just started stitching me. No injection, no drugs, just life and direct like that. The pain
Teaching who?
was so
You?
stitching me because they had to cut me. The baby was big and
God.
it was breech. So they had to cut me different things, just like that to bring. I wasn't yet, it was normal delivery, but they had to cut me, so for the baby to have space to come out. So the doctor just came in, he didn't even listen to anything. I said, please, can you just try me injection? Let me go and write by something. So you have to inject her, before you start to do the stitching. He didn't even listen. Straight on, he started stitching me. I was so much, even the pain was even more than the delivery pain. But I held on to the bed and I just held on to my voice. I couldn't even talk again. After the stitching, no drug, no painkiller, took me to the room. I was in the room. I was so much in pain. My baby was looking okay. Everything was okay. At least thank God for the safety and everything. So the mother and child were back into the room. And believe me, the doctor disappeared again. Couldn't sing. No nurses to give me drug.
Can we go
Nothing.
to
I was just lying there.
can we go to the diagnosis story? I mean, when did you get the
Okay.
diagnosis?
Even the diagnosis, everything was normal, except the one they told me that the baby was just, was breech and everything. So that was it. I think after 4 months, the baby started emaciating. In order not to take your time, she started emaciating. I was worried. I told my husband, I said, this guy is emaciating. I gave birth to 3 or 3.4. Instead of her to be hardened, she was feeding well, she was sleeping here, but she was just, after 4 months, she just started emaciating. Mother said, you worry yourself too much. It's not the children that needs to be big. I said, okay, in order to just get my fears and everything stabilized, why don't I go to the hospital and find out? So on getting to the hospital, I was told that I should go. Okay, they asked me to go for ECG. We did ECG, everything was okay. No problem. They said I should go back in 2 weeks. Maybe I wasn't feeding the baby well. So 2 weeks time, I went back to last week. That was Ikeja. After testing and everything, they said everything was okay, but the cardiologist wasn't around then. So they gave me another 2 weeks appointment. We went back, we met the cardiologist. She told me, madam, please can you go for echo test? So when we went for echo test, there are there that they told me, oh, where's the husband? So he has gone to work. Will you be able to bear the news and everything? Please just tell me anything. I can take it. They said your baby has a hole in the heart. There and then my life just crumbled. Hole in the heart? What could have caused it? What's the problem? I didn't even know. They have not
Sorry,
even told me about the Down syndrome at all.
sorry. Did they talk about Down syndrome?
No, they only
Five,
told me about the hole in the heart. They did not tell me about the Down syndrome, just the hole in the heart.
at five
So I
months.
think at 4 months.
Okay.
So I think it was like a month after when she was going to 5 months, she fell sick. The temperature became so high. No matter the drug, the temperature was just going high. And so I was on admission. Was in the process of admission, the doctor talked to me that and said, "Madam, you have something to discuss with your husband. So call my attention when your husband comes." So my husband was there, and she told me, "Your baby is a Down syndrome baby or something like that." I was what? What is Down syndrome? Because I didn't even know what Down syndrome was about. I never knew whether I've met one like that before. I wasn't just sure of myself. So there and then, my whole world just crashed. I didn't know what to do, but my main was I just have to get the baby okay first, stabilized and everything. I think like 3 weeks after we discharged. And then that was how we're going to the hospital. Each time you see me crying, consoling myself, God, can you just take this problem away from my baby? Can my baby just be back to normal? I started noticing the trust in her eyes that it's not like her sisters.
Oh
I was like,
wow.
God, can you just take this look away? So people
Hmm.
that see her will not even know that she's living with Down syndrome. I just wanted the look to go away. And I kept praying, fasting, everything, but the look did not go away. So I just have
Won't
to
go
live with
away.
it.
That look will
And
not
I
go
remember
away.
it time I went to hospital. No, the look did not go away, my sister. So
I
the
know.
whole thing getting like that. I remember there was a time I was in the hospital, my normal day, I just started crying. And the doctor called me one day and said, Madam, if you die, this baby will live. I thought to tell you have two other children, you have to be strong for them. And thank God for a statement, though I saw it as a bad thing, but thank God for that statement. But it was that statement that brought me back to life and to reality. So on getting on that day, I said, God, just give me the grace. I
I
have to
hear
take
you.
care of this baby.
I hear
And that
you.
was where I took it
Hmm.
from
If
there.
you
Just
if you
She said, if
die,
you
the
die,
baby will.
this baby will live. That was what she
I,
said. And that was the statement that brought me back to life.
amazing, amazing. Wow. Wow. It's okay to feel that way. It's okay to feel all shades of disappointment. It's okay to feel down. It's okay to cry. It's I can imagine the way you were talking about. I just remembered how I also wanted, the look to disappear. How I prayed so much, wanted the look to, go away. I mean, it's okay to feel all those feelings. Sometimes those feelings linger. Sometimes those feelings, may not linger
In
for
fact,
long. But I mean,
I was going to Ogun State. There was a mountain I was going to twice a week from Lagos, Ogun State. I was going twice a week because I wanted miracle at all costs. I wanted the
mountain.
preacher to be translated.
Hey,
I'm telling you, I had to be going to mountain every twice a week. It was crazy.
oh my
At Ogun
goodness.
State, not in Lagos. They live in Lagos State twice a week without my husband knowledge because I used to wait for my husband to go to work. I'll back my baby, run out of the house, run to the mountain twice a week. I really wanted miracle to happen. Oh God, let these features be away. Let this baby be okay. Even if she's not even going to be okay, I don't want people to notice these features so they will know she's got syndrome. God, I
Hmm,
was really praying, fasting.
I can
But yeah,
imagine. No, no, honestly, I can imagine how many people are also thinking that they need to go to the mountain to pray to change the process of their child. It's honestly it's ignorance. It's and thank God we're no more living in that ignorance. You
I'm
understand?
telling you.
That's why we need to continue to educate people, educate parents, educate the society, educate even the medical professionals as well. You know,
Yeah.
because your story is such that you didn't even see it coming. You imagine that it was when she
I'll tell
clocked
you that even when she was, do you know when she was even on admission, a nurse came in. I know she was talking to the other doctor, the other nurse. I know what she said. Oh, this baby is an imbecile. A
oh
nurse
my
in teaching
goodness.
hospital. You can imagine.
Wow.
I was
Oh
like,
wow.
seriously? I said,
Wow.
Madam, I take that in Jesus' name. My baby
Wow.
will never be an imbecile. I must tell you, a nurse. That's to tell you that even most of these medical practitioners, they're not even enlightened enough to know what these children are about. I'm telling you. She said because she was just with another nurse. She said, oh, this is an imbecile. This baby is an imbecile. Because she didn't know I was the mother. I think she didn't know that I was the mom. I looked at her, I was like, I reject that in Jesus' name. My baby will never be an imbecile. You understand? So it
Now I'm
wasn't, I
sure
remember
now you can
my
sue anybody that says, though, don't let me go
no,
the
just tell me that now because I know better now. That's why I
so
tell mothers nowadays that they should be grateful to God for their awareness now. During our own time, there was no much awareness. I never knew what that was about. There was no awareness. There was no place to turn to. I'm telling you, nobody to turn to. I was just in word of my home with my baby. So that was
actually
why we just moved from pillar to post, looking for solution here and then. But here I am today. I'm happy with my baby.
amazing. So we actually instead of me because I was already my other side was already saying I'll either slap the nurse or sue her. But let me just say for the sake of what we're trying to build, like the awareness, let me say now that it's just good to use every opportunity to educate anyone that looks at your child and
Yeah,
says, child is an imbecile. I remember somebody told me that I needed to go and have another child, that my child will not amount to anything, that my child will not be able to live life, that I should just quickly have another baby. And
I'm
that
telling
really
you.
so every opportunity I have, I just try to educate people. I wanted you
Mhm.
to quickly tell us about your daughter's career. I mean, an aspiring model. I've seen
Mhm.
her in her elements before. I cannot even doubt the fact that she is gifted. I cannot doubt the fact that she has this innate ability, like she's a born model. Let me use that word for lack of a better word. I think that those words should be okay, should suffice. I mean, for me, I can't even post to save my life. But your daughter does it effortlessly. Can you tell how you discovered this talent?
Thank you very much, TM. I must say, I can't not write my story without even mentioning you because you have been part of our success. You have been part of our story, I must tell you. Remember, I know my wife from birth, from child, like maybe one when she was two. She has always been a fashionista, so to say. You see, she will sit down, cross her leg. You never see her missing it. She's always crossing her leg, put her hand. She always have a those posture that she puts on when she's. I remember when she was like 4 years, we went to, I think we had an appointment at Loop that day, and she sat down so calmly, you know, crossed her legs calmly, and parents started coming to me, Madam, please, are you sure this your child is challenged? She's so calm, she's so this. I said, she is, you know. But I never noticed. No, each time, even visitors will come to me and say, this your baby like fashion show. This is my like to push show. Before you, in fact, she loves camera. Anytime she will even take phone, sneak to the room and start snapping herself in different ways. But I know when she got to More Rainbow, you know, she's a student of More Rainbow Foundation. I remember one day you called me and said, Maya was mom, this is your child. This is your child I am seeing. Eh? She's a born model. She loves fashion too much. And from there, you know, I got on and started thinking about it. No, come to think about it. This girl like to push literally. This girl loves camera. Why don't I just take it up upon myself to just build this girl? I know anytime I go out with her, she see any model, she see the billboard, she see the model, and she goes, Mom, that's my, she go, Mom, Mayowa. I can see that is what she knows. So I had to
Wow.
get her a teacher. I had to get her a
Wow.
professional. Yeah, I got her a professional to start lecturing her on how to be a model, how to work, how to pose for camera professionally, you know, and that is why today you see her, you can anywhere she sees camera, she's always camera ready. So that has been the journey. I had to get a professional for her to do. And that's why I want to tell the parents, don't leave everything for school. Learn to understand these children. When you see what they like, then you can go to school, discuss it with them. So as they're helping them in school, they're also helping at home. I didn't say, because school have developer for me, okay, let me leave everything for Rainbow. I thank for what Rainbow is doing in life of Mayowa, because you have been there for her and you have been so awesome. I remember you even had to got her a professional too. As you're doing that in school, I also go ask somebody at home to do back to back in order to help her career, to make her who she is today.
So you mentioned some words here that I really, 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 really want to give you kudos, for. You talked about not leaving everything for school to do. You talked about back-to-back intervention, and honestly, those are the areas we need to like leverage on as parents. I remember at the age of 3 when I met Mayowa. I met Mayowa when she was very like 8 years old. She's
Yes,
13 now. I met
yes.
her there. And I remember very well, we started ballet. And then my daughter was 9, 10, 11, 12. 13. She's 4 years older than my daughter. My daughter was 8 years old then. Sorry, 4 years
Yes,
old then.
I
And that
she
was
was
when
like,
she was 4. We started
yes,
the
was so
ballet lessons with them. Early intervention is also very important. Thank you.
very,
We
very
started, honestly, when they started the ballet lessons, I just thought, okay, whatever it is they would end up becoming, only God knows. But we as parents, we must be observant. And I
yes.
know that one thing that we kept doing was that thing that worked. We kept doing it back to back. We kept doing it back to back. Someone is saying that Mayowa is so beautiful. Beautiful is an understatement. Yes, and it's just about seeing an opportunity and seizing that opportunity, because that
Yes,
opportunity may not present itself again,
again.
or the
Yes,
child will even become discouraged. Last
yes,
week we were talking about a 4-year-old that was already old in a live catfish, that was already
yes.
being tailored towards becoming a farmer. And I was really, really, really inspired by last week's story. And honestly, this story is also giving me a lot of energy right now, because I know that Mayowa is going places. You know,
Mm,
you said back to back, and that is what I really love about what you've been doing with your daughter. I've
okay.
seen all the sacrifices, you know, getting instructors. People don't need to sit back and say, okay, they would learn whenever they need, they
And
would learn, they would learn. I mean, it doesn't really, you just need to let them know that you believe in them. You need to let them know that you know they can make it. That is that they have a dream alone. It's even interesting for them to know, for you to let them know that you believe in them, and you believe that they have a dream. is very encouraging. I want to, I
Should
just
I
want
took you? There was
you,
the
you,
time I knew I took her when she was a baby. I took her to a crèche. She was in a crèche. After paying the payments and everything, I went back to my shop. I think like 20 minutes later, the owner of the school called me and said, Madam, please, I'd like to see you. So on getting to our office, you know what she told me? Madam, this kind of baby are not meant to be in school. They are meant to be kept at home. Let the house help for her to mind her home. She should not be she shouldn't be allowed to come outside at all. I was like,
wow,
what? I was so shocked. He said, please, madam, I'm ready to refund your money to you because I don't want other parents to come and start seeing this kind of children. They may not want to bring their children to, I see this kind of child. They may not want to bring their children to my school.
that's
That day,
stigma.
after picking my child, that's stigma. After picking my child from our school, I went back home and I wept.
Oh my
Last
goodness.
year, when I posted a picture on her 12th birthday, do you know this woman's daughter commented? She
Hmm,
commented on her video. Obviously, they could not remember again.
hmm,
Wow, this is a beautiful baby. And I was like,
hmm.
wow. I'm still looking for a day I'll take this child back to the school and show the woman, this is the child you rejected, daddy. See what she has come to do. So I thought we
Hmm.
should not let people say, people's comments, we shouldn't let it way on. We should just keep going. Keep doing our
Can
things for our children.
can I take that as one of your lowest moments, or you still want to share one of your
I'm not
lowest
saying
moments?
it was one of my lowest moments. But I still have other lowest moments, of course. But that is
Okay,
one of my lowest moments.
can you tell us about how your daughter has been rejected in maybe other situations, or how you have been rejected for having a child with Down syndrome?
Yes. I remember, like one I just shared with you now in that school, she was rejected, and I was like devastated. Then I remember when I put her in a regular school, my wife loved school so much. After a while, she started feeling reluctant going to school. And what could have happened? I don't know. But I knew there was a day I dropped her in school. After dropping her, I entered the car. I refused to go. I started monitoring through the screen, through the mirror. And behold, the teacher that was meant to come, the teacher that was at the door, I think the teacher on duty for that week, I saw the way she made face at my daughter. She was not happy. She was trying to push her off. So I had to call down from the car. I said, what is going on here? And when she saw me, she was trying to smile. And I called her
Hmm.
aside. I said, what happened? I said, please, and when next time you do this, I make sure I report you to the proprietress. That is a child. And you're a girl. You're still a single girl. You have not even had a baby. You don't even know the kind of baby you're still going to have in future.
Hmm.
But thank God, before Mayowa even left the school, she became one of the Mayowa's friends. I think through that statement, she was able to know, she started interacting with Mayowa. So she became a friend. They were so close. In fact, she will call me at home. Hello, Mayowa's mom. How is Mayowa doing? How she's okay today. That is in many ways like that. Then I remember because at times when you even go out, you take them out. And I know there was a day, I think my car broke down. I had to take a public bus. I know there was this one I met inside the car. She started shifting. She didn't even want to get to touch her. My mom was,
Hmm.
God, this child was so friendly. She was just
Wow.
trying to play with her. I could see the look on her face. She was like, well, as she was just trying to avoid her. After a while, she had to like voice her, excuse me. I said, madam, hello. This is
Hmm.
just a small girl trying to be a friend to you. What is the problem?
Hmm.
I just took my child, I placed on my towels, just to avoid that. So I placed on my dad. No, things like that. You even go out to see people looking at them in a funny way. They don't want to have anything to do with them. They don't want to greet them. They don't want to associate with them. Even when she was in a regular school, many parents doesn't even want their children to play with her. I could remember vividly.
Hmm.
But here we have to be
Thank you so
going. And
much.
that is why we cannot keep quiet. We have to keep fighting with them.
Sorosoke, Down syndrome. Sorosoke. You see,
We have
the truth
to.
about it is that we cannot keep quiet. We cannot
Mhm.
silent. We need to break the silence, and that is what we are trying to do. Persons with Down
Yeah.
syndrome have been stigmatized. They've been neglected. They've been excluded, and this is very heart wrenching. This is very heart wrenching for us. So I want to ask you now your thoughts. about Nigerians. What do you think about Nigerians? Do you think Nigerians have accepted or embraced our kids with Down syndrome? I mean, I've been doing this for since 2014, and I have met a lot of roadblocks. A lot of people, have rejected me in different ways ever since I had my own daughter. I mean, they're Nigerians I'm talking about. The first time I someone showed me love was someone from Nigeria, apart from my family, maybe some of my friends. A lot of people also have pushed me aside for having a child with Down syndrome back then. And I want you to say from your own experience, and you see that your child, has the qualities and the qualities of a model. You can see that already, and you yearn that you want to see your child up there, and a lot of times you've tried so hard. And I know that I've posted our pictures so many times to so many places, to so many agencies. I want to know your thoughts about Nigerians. Do you really think that Nigerians accept our children with Down syndrome?
Thank you so much. I don't think so. And the reason why I said I don't think so is that because you don't seem to get too much help from people outside there. They rather spend their money on frivolous things. I'm not condemning the things they spend their money on because their money. They have the right to spend it how they want it. But I wish more people can come up, assist children. I mean, challenge children living with Down syndrome and any other challenges. The world will have been a better place for this children. In the case of Nigeria, the governments are not even doing enough. They are not doing enough at all. Because like this small rainbow and any other homes, they ought to have gone far than this. Remember, I had to come and because I felt there was no much help. I felt you're putting so much and you're getting little, and it's so painful. Even in those case, my own daughter, I remember after knowing that, okay, this girl will be a model, I had to go. I registered. I got in touch with an agent. I registered. He gave me for my field online and everything. I paid. Up till now, this guy has not gotten my child a job. He keep posting me, oh, today, tomorrow, oh, mama, I'll do something. And I'm working on something. Not even to Instagram, two organizations abroad in US have been able to feature my daughter in their magazines. Even in US, why the ones at home are not doing anything. So many times you post a picture, I post a picture, you see it's like, oh, she's beautiful. Oh, she's this. Nothing comes out of it. So in this way, I think I should appreciate La Mode magazine for the wonderful job she did for my daughter last year. She was able to feature in the magazine, and it really meant a lot to me, to the whole family,
Yeah.
to my daughter. Because I remember when I brought the magazine home, I called her, Mayowa, come. I showed her the magazine. She was so happy. Oh, Mom, Mayowa. She was so happy. So I think Nigeria is not doing enough for our children. They are not. They are not at all. They are not encouraging them.
So I see many times people post pictures when they see persons with Down syndrome, they post their pictures. It's encouraging, right? They share the pictures. I mean, we want more. We want to see our children at the forefront. We want to see them, as leaders. We don't want people to look at their disabilities. And what we're trying to do is to prepare them for whatever it is they're going to face in this hostile world. Like when we talk about all those mistreatment and abuse of persons with special needs, it really makes me ponder a lot on how we need to help our children attain independence, how we need to teach them to know about their rights, their human rights, and how we need to push them to the front burner, because for the most part a lot of our kids with disabilities are always pushed to the back burner. So I want us to look into this and try to figure how we can move forward, how we can continue to help our society to understand. It has to do with educating them. That is why you and I are on air today. So I want to
Yes.
also, I want you to tell me about where you see your daughter in 5 years? Because I know your daughter has a dream, and you
Yes.
as a parent, you as a mother, you are there to push. I want you to tell us about where you see your daughter in the next 5 years.
Thank you, TM. In the next 5 years, I wish to come out of the house, look up at the billboard, see my daughter picture on my television set, see my daughter picture, listen to radio jingles, hear my daughter's voice. That's my dream. Even internationally, I want her to be known. That is my
Hmm.
aim, my the
Yeah,
next life.
that's your dream, and
That
I
dream.
pray your dream comes
That
to
is our
fruition.
dream. Yes.
So, what do you think about mothers that are still struggling with accepting this diagnosis, or mothers that are helpless? How do you think they can get help in our society? Our society is such that they celebrate I don't know what how to term it now. They don't celebrate what would not. I don't want to talk about them not
What they
benefiting
don't
from.
benefit from. They don't even celebrate what they don't benefit from. That is what I've
Okay,
got to realize about
I was
society.
trying to
They
find a way
don't.
to sugarcoat that.
No, there's not so sad about it. They don't do that. They don't. When I was watching the Big Brother show and I see the type of, the amount of money people pump into that show, and I be like, wow. But my first daughter told me, I said, "Why don't they bring this kind of money to Morembo?" And my daughter told me, "Mom, what are they going to benefit from Morembo?" I said, all these ones
Yeah,
that they are pumping in money, they know they are going to benefit from them. And therefore, these people are going to work for them, maybe through their internet, something, their Instagram, this, that. I said, no, it shouldn't be like that. You know, we just say like this country, we don't, like I always say, we don't celebrate good things. Sorry to say, I'm sorry to say that. The politicians, the celebrities want to put their money into where they think they're going to benefit from. And it shouldn't be like that. Anyway, to the young mothers out there, like I always say, count yourself lucky because the social media is there now. There's awareness there. Stop living in denial. During our own time, there was no social media like this. There was no much awareness. I remember the first time I went to Surulere, I think I went to see somebody, and I ran to Down Syndrome Association, Nigeria. I was so happy. Why? Because I never knew there was an organization like that in Nigeria. So I got home, I told my husband, I said, oh, finally there's a place my daughter can be that she will not feel stigmatized. She will be that she'll feel like every other person. But to my ultimate surprise and to my disappointment, on getting there, they told me, oh, sorry, madam, we don't take children less than 10 years of age. So I came back home on my own, started taking my journey from there. So my advice to the young parents out there, like I always tell many of them when they come to me, is that you have nothing to cry about. You should cry. We don't tell you not to cry. Of course, we all have our moments. Even me, as I am now, at times I break down, I cry. You must cry, but please do not lose focus. There's awareness for you. There's so many schools. I'm not trying to advertise more rainbow. More rainbow is doing a good thing. More Rainbow Foundation is doing a good thing. It's not because I'm working there. Even before my daughter, before I even started working there, my daughter has been there. I used to go there. I've seen many things they have been doing. And that was why make my daughter moved me to say, okay, I have to go there and volunteer myself and be working for them. The young mothers out there, this is not time to start living in denial. This is not time to start crying. Just be focused and think of, oh, what is the next thing for this child? See these children as, let this child be seen as a child first before you start thinking about the condition. You must be there to help the child. And of course, there's no magic. The only thing is early intervention. That is the magic.
I hear
Start
you.
early, back to back. When they do the
I
school, come back, continue from where I've stopped. That early intervention cannot be taken away. And that is the main key. That is the magic. Please, mothers there, stop crying, stop living in denial, be focused, get help for your children on time. On time. Even a day old is not too small to get help because the earlier the better. Thank you.
So interesting. Well done. I hear you. I really hear. In fact, what I want to take away from what you just mentioned now is the partnership between the parents, the school, you
Yeah.
know. Yeah. So because the environment at school is different from the environment at home. So there has to be a partnership between the school and the parents. That's a
Yes.
teacher and the parents. Because the environment also is the third teacher. The environment at home is going to influence, the child's development as well as the environment in school. So
Yes.
how do you think we can, spread awareness across Nigeria? Because we know that in Nigeria, like we have said, if they don't have people that we look up to, that probably we look up to be able to support many of those children from economically disadvantaged families, they are there on the street, out of school. There's so much the government can do, honestly. And I don't believe we should leave everything for the government, because the kind of um, country we found ourselves in, it looks like practically nothing works. But
Not
how do you think that we can change this narrative? How do you think we can reach out to many more people in Nigeria? What are your thoughts on, spreading awareness? Like October is Down Syndrome Awareness Month. I didn't really see people, sharing. The only people that I know that have a passion, the only people I've seen share posts on October is Down Syndrome Awareness Month. The only people that I've seen share posts are either parents, maybe a few people that teach this our children, and I have not even seen like just maybe an individual that just has a passion, or share that October is Down Syndrome Awareness Month. That means we have a lot of work to do as parents. So I've seen a few teachers. I have met a few amazing teachers that are passionate about our children, and that is really, really amazing. I know that I want to give them. In fact, I'm even giving them like a 5-star right now, because not every teacher can work with our children. A parent once told me, no, a teacher once called me. Don't forget my question. My question is, how do you think we can
it's
help
awareness.
in Nigeria? But let me quickly say something. A teacher of a school once called me that they brought a child with Down syndrome to our school, that all our teachers they ran out
Wow.
class.
Wow.
And so she now told me that she saw the boy's photo on one of our programs. That did we take the boy? I told her, of course we took the boy. I have a daughter like that. Are you getting me? I have a daughter
Yes,
like
I
that.
am.
Asked her. So what she did was, every teacher that day ran away from
Oh
that
my
child.
God.
Didn't move near that
Oh,
child. When it was time to
oh
feed
my
the
God.
child, nobody took the child to the toilet. Nobody helped the
Oh my
child at
God.
all.
Oh
And
my
what she
God.
did was pick up her phone to call the mother. Please come and pick your child. We
Oh my
cannot.
God.
Honestly, I respect her for
Oh.
coming truthfully to say that they cannot handle it. How do you
Hmm.
think we can spread awareness, educate parents across Nigeria? Because a lot of people reach out that they can't even get help. How do you think we can do this?
To create awareness, that is what you are doing. I must say, More Rainbow is doing a good job in creating awareness. Social medias, through our families, our siblings, our friends. I mean, let everybody just go out there, give a voice. It doesn't have to be through social media. You can tell your neighbors, educate your friends, gather friends together, educate them. Like that, and I think when Ijego some time ago, remember we have to go on Okada, if you can remember, to create awareness. So things
Yes.
like that, we have to visit villages, not only in the city, we have to, go to the interior where these people don't even know what is happening at all. But most of the parents there, you see, they're still locking up their children because they don't understand what it is. So that is why we have to do door to door, create community awareness. We have to, everybody should be able to create awareness in their community. Let them know what these children, what the problem is about. It's not as if they are problems. That's the way God just created them. We have to help them. There's nothing so problematic about them as long as you understand them and you are ready to be of assistance. So door-to-door awareness, social media, every day, maybe through jingles. Our government too should be able to help us. So even if you want to go through jingles, the money is not there. So that is where we are and we are limited, so to say. But notwithstanding, I think social media, we can, with the little we have, we can still manage it. Go to social media, community awareness, French, back to back, door to door awareness, and things like that. And throughout this media, we'll be able to go far.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much. I just wanted to know, apart from modeling, what else does your daughter like doing? What else does
She loves
what are
cooking.
other interests?
She loves cooking. She
Cooking
loves making. Yeah, she loves cooking. Because every time I'm in the kitchen, she's there with me. She wants to
means
cook. In fact, there was a time I was making a bar. I had to leave it for her. I just gave her the honesty. I said, start making it your own way. Whether nice or not, just do it anyhow you want it. So it's not that she's perfect in cooking, but she loves it. So I'm trying to train her to encourage her.
encourage
She loves
her.
making hair. She loves making hair. Because this time you are making your hair, she looks for attachment and start twisting. She loves making hair, and she loves taking pictures. She
Taking
always want to take pictures. She loves taking pictures.
Wow, this story honestly has given me so much energy. Like, I should go on and on and on and on. But you have heard from this mother. Our daughter is an aspiring Nigerian model. She's 13 years old. You need, honestly, I'm going to post a picture after this event. Sorry, after
Thank
this
you.
she is so beautiful. Like beautiful,
Thank
beautiful.
you.
Honestly,
Thank you.
breathtakingly beautiful is what I'm trying to say. And honestly, I have seen that she is gifted, multi-talented. Our mother has said here that she loves to cook. It doesn't matter how she tries to make it doesn't have to be
Just
perfect, right?
kidding.
All you want to do is encourage her to continue
Yes.
cooking,
Yes.
take care, and that's good. You need to continue to encourage her to try her hands on it. And she loves taking pictures, and some of those things I'm mentioning I can't even do. I can't. Oh, I cannot pose to save my life. I said
And
it
of course,
before.
she loves dancing. Sorry, she loves dancing.
I love dancing. Okay, I'm very shy, I can't dance. This is what And
Oh,
I know that your life is not the same. Yeah, I know that you've been through so much. The journey will keep getting better, better, better
yeah.
because actually identified your daughter's strength. I want to know, how having a child with Down syndrome has affected your life, maybe
Yes.
negatively or positively. Just share with us.
It actually affected my life positively. I just want to tell all of us that whatever we think is problem is not a problem. We should just learn how to manage it. With my hour, this has made me to be more patient. You see, I go out and I put there, oh, Mrs. Oh, Shade, she's so patient. She always listens to you. She can advise you. Oh, she's so motherly. She's so caring. I was not like that before. Oh, I was. I used to be one hot person. Before you say something, I never had patience with it. I want this to be done my own way. I want if I say, oh, 5 minutes, my 5 minutes or 5 minutes. I never had that patience. But with my hour, I've got to have enough patience because when you're talking to your child, they're like, Mayowa, I want to do this, and she's there taking her time, slowing you down. No matter how you shout, she does not want to listen. No matter how you do this, she's not looking
Wow,
at you.
I
So
can
with her, I
imagine.
really become so, essentially, I make her to become so patient. Then
Mm.
like so many things I never thought I never even thought I could do before. Like
Hmm.
teaching, and
Hmm.
they bring over, but now I can teach with her because I have to. At time when they do things for us, she doesn't understand. I have to come back home, sit her down, try to explain to her in the way she can understand. Even trying to teach her how to be self-independent. So all these things have made me to know, so to even discover some good things about myself that I never knew I could do before. So that is it. Has been a good and a positive. It has really given me a positive impact. I've really
Hmm.
enjoyed though it has not been easy, I must not lie to you. I can say that I've really, really gained a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I really, really appreciate this because it's good for us to know that for the most part we have to focus on the positives, you know. Yeah, I mean, we there's nothing we can do about, I've heard people try to say they're trying to find out ways to do surgeries or whatever stem cell stuff to take away the extra chromosome, but
No,
what I want you people to know is that our kids, they're human beings first before the diagnosis or whatever diagnosis they
yes,
have,
yes,
and
yes.
cannot we cannot recreate them. We can only try to keep them healthy, take them for their checkups,
Mm,
to give them a good life, educate them, look for an environment that's, where they can thrive. Then,
yes,
focus on the positives. It's very, very important,
positive.
for our mental health as well. It's very important. As I round up, I want everybody watching to know that this has been an amazing session with
Mm.
Mrs. Shade Olusinde. She's a
Thank
super
you.
mom. She can't wait for her daughter to be seen on the billboards all over the world, different parts of the world, even if
Yes.
it's China, America, Japan,
Everywhere.
Nigeria, Sokoto, wherever part of
Anywhere.
the world, it doesn't matter.
Let
Why?
me quickly chip in, please. Please let me quickly chip in before we round
Okay.
up. My advice to parents again is that please take care of these children. Take care of them like every other child. Because I see so many parents, they rather want to focus on the other one that nothing is wrong with and abandon the one living with
Hmm,
Down syndrome. It's not their
hmm,
fault. Even like
hmm,
they get to school and they start like, please, I don't have money. And because I'm spending so much money on the other ones in school. Excuse me, if
hmm,
your child is not born with that in that situation, want to take care of her, want to
hmm,
take care of him, want to aspire he or she to be great. So please, let's give them attention. Let's give them quality education. But we know that they can't go for education, but help them to a certain stage.
hmm.
Introduce skills to them. Help these children to grow. Let them be self-independent. Let us start looking at the challenges in them. Let's look at them as a child and let's give them the best of life. So in future, we are still be able to sit back and say, thank God I was able to help this child. Thank you.
I hear you loud and clear. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. I know people are clapping for you right now. Honestly,
Thank
you are really, really amazing. Honestly, because I know how much you sacrifice. You've gone for photo shoots far. I know. I mean, you know that I know you now. That anytime you go, it is to take work, take long time to get daughter. I know you go. I know you go. I know how far you. I know sleepless nights you've had. I
you.
for various photo shoots. It's not easy. Parents, she's admonishing parents to take care of their kids. Some parents like saying things like taking care of the other kids without Down syndrome, more than their kids with Down syndrome. It is not fair. It is not
It's not.
acceptable. It
It's
is
not. Not at all.
it's demeaning. In fact, the child shouldn't even know that this is what you're trying to do.
I'm telling
Actually,
you. I'm
is
telling
not.
you.
I know that they look up to us as parents. They need to be treated equally. They need to be given the
Equally.
same opportunities. Opportunity.
Yes.
I,
Same
I, I,
opportunity.
I know parents. Yeah, you're right. Because in fact, now this is getting me emotional because now is about what I have witnessed firsthand. How parents have treated their kids with Down syndrome. Parents, not even teachers, not outsiders, not extended
Telling
family members. Parents,
you.
their kids, mistreated their kids, and locked them in. This one is not about they can't find help. I'm talking about parents that we willing to reach out to. They neglect that particular child with Down syndrome. It's like rejection. The child may not be able to express him or herself, but it is what you call rejection. It's what you call mistreatment. I know some parents that are genuinely, not getting support. Like maybe they don't have the finances or the means to take care of their kids. I'm not talking about those that genuinely do not have the wherewithal or whatever to take care of the kids. I'm talking about parents that just feel this child will not amount to anything. No, it breaks my heart, because the child is a blessing. Every child God gives is a blessing. Parents do traumatize. That's what you're doing as a parent. If you think this one cannot amount to anything, or you think this one is non-verbal, or this one cannot do anything for you, why don't you even try to teach the child? Why don't you
I
even
tell you.
look for the child's strength, the child's areas of interest, and leverage on it? Parents,
Yes.
more. When we accept and embrace our kids, the whole world together will see and accept them, embrace them,
Yes.
and can record positive impacts.
Yes.
I really want to
Yes.
thank you all for following this program on the series Child Has Down Syndrome. So what? You can follow us on More Rainbow Down Syndrome Foundation, Facebook, More Rainbow _ Down Syndrome on Instagram, moredownsyndrome.org, our website address. And yes, I would like you to, join us next week. I'm ready to take in more parents. What I'm trying to do is to let parents, come out and speak out. Sorosoke. Sorosoke
Yes.
means
So
speak
speak
loud.
out.
They are speaking out for this cause. We love our children the way they are, to change them for anything. And we want you guys to accept them as well the way they are. We want the whole world
Yes.
to accept them. We want, the world to celebrate them. We don't want the world to stigmatize them. And that is out here taking this series. I'm going to be having a parent next week join me to talk about their journey as well. My child has Down syndrome. So freaking what? So what?
Nothing.
Doesn't really
Embrace
matter.
the child and love
Down,
the child.
you know. So I want to say thank you, everyone. We're going to share this video once we end the broadcast. I want to say thank you, everyone, for watching. Thank you for following us. God bless you. Have a good
Amen.
day. Sarah.
Stop. Bye. Let's speak out for our
Everyone,
children. Bye.
thank you for watching from
Bye.
America, from the UK, from Dublin, from
Thank
Malaysia, from Japan,
you.
where you are. Thank you.
Thank
Folashad.
you.
Okay, maybe we can take some questions or contributions. Let me just read posts before we go. Okay, people are saying Sorosoke. So for those of you that are not Nigerian, that you want to know what Sorosoke means, it means speak out louder. So that's what we're trying to do for this course for our children with Down syndrome. Thank you, Mrs. Adese. I can see the mamas on here. You guys, I'm bringing you on live next week. Just drop your interest in my email address, cmmmplace@gmail.com. If you're interested in coming on this show, just let me have your, you know, photos. We can spread awareness together. Trust me, we can do this together. It's not for one person to do, it's for everybody to join hands
Yes.
and do it together. Thank you very
Yes.
much. God got our back. Thank you, Folashade,
Thank
Igbayi.
you.
God bless you. Now we want to take our leave. Have a blessed week ahead. Stay safe, everyone. God bless you. Bye. Thank you for
Bye.
me today, Mrs. Folashade. Shade
Thank you.
Olusi.
Thanks for having me.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
I just want to take a picture.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Okay, let me end it now.